Okay, today is October 23rd, 2016. Right now at 3:40 p.m. in the foothills, we have a temperature of 79 degrees. The relative humidity is 25%. That's risen in the last hour and a half. It was around 17%. Now it's 25%. We have a dew point of 40 degrees, and the barometric pressure has risen to 30 inches from yesterday, which was 29.95 inches. And it's odd, the inverse relationship between incoming low pressure systems and the sudden rise in barometric pressure that we see every time we have a opportunity for rain. And that is because of the man-made weather manipulation going on. Right now we can see this is the jet stream flow right here, which is being cut off by a transmitter right in this area. We can see that right on the core. There's a transmitter throttling back this developing storm system right here. And we can see that also the effectiveness of that transmitter, that is completely cut off the jet stream flow from feeding that storm. So let's go back to the water vapor map, and we can see that there is a frontal system right here, which is moving into California, along with all this other moisture. We can see a kind of a pattern right here. Everything is flowing into almost in like a Pineapple Express pattern right here into California, and that will probably be cut off here pretty soon. We have a tropical storm right over here that just developed. The name of that storm is Seymore. Okay, we'll come back to this in a minute, but Seymore has formed in the eastern Pacific right here. 40-mile-per-hour winds, moving west-northwest at 14 miles per hour. All right, so we have all that going on down here, and we can see high pressure installed right down here, and that will prevent northbound movement of this system for the time being. That storm is forecast to move out to the west-northwest and then turn to the north towards the end of the week. But currently we see what's happening here right now, and that is bringing rain to Southern California. Let's go take a look at the Doppler map. We can see rain around a wide area of Southern California with some heavy rain offshore. So that's good news. Bad news is there's heavy chemtrail spraying all over the entire region, and that has maintained very low relative humidity measurements all day. As I say, the RH, the relative humidity, is risen. It's around 25-26% right now, and it was around 17% in the earlier part of the day. So this is good news. We have weather moving in, and some rain is falling. I just got a call from someone out in Duarte, which is right out here between Glendora and Monrovia, somewhere right here. And there is rain falling. We can see that. So that's all good. But the problem is that there is a layer of chemtrails all over the entire region. And of course, chemtrails are desiccants. They stop the rain. Also, we have transmitter manipulation. We can see two areas here that of rainfall that's been chopped up. We can see that Doppler radar or a phased array type transmitter right here that has chopped up the rain right in these areas. There's a huge void here and right here, and this is an angle, by the way, right here and here. We can move these lines back to the source, and that transmitter is somewhere right out here near Redlands. There's a transmitter generating this power out right about in this area. And if we put this pen right here on the right around here and just swivel the end of that pen right down, we can see that right here in this area is approximately where that transmitter is located, right between Redlands and Riverside, somewhere in this area. That is causing what we're seeing out here. Something is being beamed from this direction out in this direction, and it is completely chopped up the return. The rainfall in this area is being disrupted. Okay, that is apparent. All right. Let's look at the big map again. We have high pressure out here. We can see the clockwise rotation. This is the jet stream. We have the frontal system here. We have also a blockade that's been built in right here. You can see that. Let's go to the infrared map. We can see the effect that's had. That's separated these two systems from each other. And of course, the jet stream's been cut off there. And here is a map of the jet stream. Right here is where all that manipulation is occurring, right here. Now, there is a problem because we've just seen these maps and we see what's going on here. There's been a cutoff right here by that transmitter, but yet on the pressure maps, if you look at the sea level pressure map, we see a closed low at the surface level at sea level right here. This is kind of rare, and but yet the breakup of the jet stream right here, which is feeding that low pressure system, there's no indication in these maps, in these various maps. We have the 500 millibar and the 300 millibar. There's no indication of any transmitter manipulation right here, and there should be. That's not depicted on these maps. Okay, so that's very important. This is rare. We have a closed low at the sea level right here. So there it is. The high pressure is always out here. They just move it back and forth depending on what they want to do with the weather in the southwest. So they move the high over a little bit. We can see it's out further towards the central Pacific. And we have an opportunity here for this low to move in. And so that will bring some rain. The problem we're having is all the chemtrail spraying. So we will keep an eye on that. And we can see here, this is a closed low at 500 millibar. We can see this will move in. But yet there's no indication here of anything going on these isobars. And that should be showing up. We have some manipulation here. We see the squiggly lines. And we just took a look at Southern California. We saw those beams that were cutting up the rain in Southern California, and that is caused by RF energy, and of course that generates heat, and that shows up on these isobars as these squiggly lines. Okay, so here we are at the 300 millibar level. We see the same anomalies. They're not anomalies. These are caused by RF transmitters causing the manipulation. All right, let's look at the western U.S. water vapor map. We have a close-up of this developing storm right here. And we have the weather that's moving into California. We can see all that right here. Let's go to the rainbow map for the same view, and we can see a lot of moisture moving into Southern California. That's great. The problem is the chemtrails are stopping a lot of that rain. We should be getting a lot of rain, but we're not. We have light winds and a lot of chemtrail spraying and abnormally low relative humidity. All of those conditions indicate man-made weather manipulation. Here we see the jet stream being broken up right there. Now here is the surface analysis map for the East Pacific. We can see that high pressure has been moved out. Center of that high has moved out quite a bit, just sort of northwest of the Hawaiian Islands, which are right there. And we have this developing storm right here, which is a 996 millibar low. That's set well, it's forecast to move to the northeast, showing a couple of cold fronts here. This is that first frontal system moving in. There's a transmitter right behind that, splitting these apart, separating these two, as we were talking about. And then we have this second low. And there is a red line here indicating a transmitter right on that core. And that is accurate. That's exactly where that heat is being focused. And that is also cutting off the jet stream flow. But again, this is the surface analysis map. And we have this developing storm that's supposed to move in. We have a low indicated right over California right here. All this is good, a good sign, but with the chemtrail spraying, that's what's our main problem. That's what's causing the no rain condition in certain areas. Okay, So that is the report. Again, we've got that storm. That National Hurricane Center is indicating a new tropical storm. If we go to the big map, once again, we can see that high pressure that's been installed right here to prevent any northbound movement of this system. This is Seymore right over here. This is going to be parked down in this area for a while with this high pressure until all this stuff moves through the area. So that'll be a few days as this sits down here. Seymore will sit parked in this area more or less for a few days. That's my forecast. And we should expect to see more chemtrail spraying as all this weather moves through the area. Okay, so that is it. That's the report. We'll do another update later.